I want to talk to you about how to get a new LLC business loan without proof of income. And we're talking about $50,000 all the way to $75,000. I want to give you a step-by-step you can use right now to get in this year, at this moment, a new LLC business loan without proof of income. The first thing you want to do here is that you want to actually approach lenders who are lending to new LLCs. So not all lenders are equal. Some lenders are more like they are friendlier to LLCs than others. And other lenders are even friendlier to new LLCs. Really important. So you have startup business loan versus business loan to established businesses. So you have to know those lenders who actually lend to new LLCs. First of all, you have On Deck. So On Deck is really good when it comes to business loans for new LLCs without proof of income. So we're talking here about a maximum business loan amount of $250,000. You also have another player. You have American Express. So American Express, you don't really have a business line of credit. You don't have a business loan. You have a business line of credit that you can convert into a business loan. And they also can lend to you if you are a new LLC and you're looking for a business loan, you have a maximum loan amount of $75,000. So with American Express, you have American Express, the bank, and American Express, the business line of credit. Business line of credit, you have a $250,000. And we're talking about fairly short repayment windows here, 6, 12, or 18 months. For On Deck, you are looking at up to 24 months. So this is pretty short. But hey, listen, it is good because if you are a new LLC, those lenders, they are scared. So they're scared about the default risk. They want to make sure they cover their back too. So you have that. And you also have Fundbox. So Fundbox is kind of cool if you have a new LLC and you're looking for a business loan without proof of income. So you can actually get all the way to $150,000 and the term length 12 or 24 weeks. And you also have another player I want to share with you is Taycor. But before I talk about Taycor, I just need to say that when we talk about Fundbox, we talk about American Express or On Deck, the repayment window is kind of short because of the fact that you are a new LLC. And I said it's $50,000 to $75,000 on average, because even though they are telling you can borrow all the way to $150,000 or $250,000, the average in our research is that it revolves around $75,000 if you're a new LLC. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. Make yourself comfortable. We are going to enjoy an enriching conversation. Let me talk to you about another lender that will give a new LLC $50,000 to $75,000 business loan without proof of income. We have Taycor Financial. So Taycor is kind of cool if you're looking for equipment financing here. And even though Taycor in theory can approve all the way to $2 million in new LLC business loan without proof of income, what we have seen in our research is that they actually tend to approve anywhere from $75,000 to $100,000 on average. So we're looking at here the term length 12 to 84 months, and interest rate is between 3% and 28%. You have another player that we love a lot here is Fora Financial. Fora Financial is kind of good for you. Also, if you're looking for a new LLC business loan, $50,000 to $75,000, and with Fora Financial, you are looking at $1.5 million maximum loan amount for a new LLC, and you got the term length here up to 15 months. So that's 1 year, three months. And so this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that Fora Financial will want you to have a minimum credit score of 500. This is something that you need to have. And one thing I want to say is that, and then you got to be in business for at least 6 months. One thing I want to say overall, when you talk about Fora, Taycor, Fundbox, American Express, or On Deck, the average credit score, which is something that you need to really pay attention to, the average credit score is around 575. So even if you have bad credit, you can still qualify for a new LLC without proof of income. And one thing I want to say is that if you have tried everything and you can't really find anything at all, then go for the SBA microloan. You have the SBA microloan. Now the SBA microloan will ask you to, the loan amounts are not as high. You have a loan amount that's maximum $50,000. And the term length 6 years, but this is a government-backed business loan. So basically, the requirements will be a little more. But this loan does not require any proof of income because you are a new business. But the government will ask for other stuff though. So just so you're aware. So you're aware that there are actually 6 types of loans that you can get if you're trying to find a new LLC business loan without proof of income. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's conversation, the topic we are addressing here, new LLC, $50,000 to $75,000 business loan without proof of income. How do you get it? So the first thing you have to do is know who lends to new LLCs without proof of income. The second thing is you want to understand the loan process. So when we talk about lending to a new LLC without proof of income, there is a process that you have to go through if you want to get approved. So you need to understand that loan process, the LLC loan process. You need to understand that an LLC business loan, a business loan for a new LLC can help your new LLC without an established business credit score or proof of income have access to types of financing that can help the business actually leverage stuff or scale over time. So basically, you can get a loan to buy furniture, computers, or other equipment, purchase or lease office space. For instance, you can pay utilities and other overhead expenses, purchase inventory, and hire employees. And if your new LLC needs to actually expand at some point, you might have the cash also to actually take care of that. Not a problem. You can use a new LLC business loan for any ordinary or extraordinary expense as long as it is necessary. And it is by necessary, I mean it has to be operationally necessary. Okay. Anything that is necessary for you to launch and grow your business, not a problem. And it's important to really understand that, of course, we're talking about there is no proof of income required, but the proof of income is happening at the business level. So when I'm saying that you are getting a new LLC business loan without proof of income, we're talking about the business level. But there is a requirement when it comes to your personal finances. For example, the business lender might ask you to have a good debt to income ratio. So your DTI at the personal level must be below 30% or below 40%. And the business lender might ask that you personally, you have reliable annual revenue. In other words, you must have a source of income. It doesn't have to be like a regular job, but you got to have some cash inflows, because otherwise, if they ever approve the loan, how are you going to repay the loan? So this is important to have a clear idea about how this whole thing works. So the third step you want to follow here is you want to qualify for a new LLC loan. And it's important to understand that when we talk about new LLC loan, I think I just started talking about that. First of all, if there is no proof of income, that means that the LLC must actually provide other stuff, other kinds of information, right? We're speaking about, for example, a business plan. Most lenders are comfortable if you are a new LLC and you're looking for a no proof of income loan, then you actually provide something. Either you provide a business plan, either you can show like financial projections, either you actually leverage the relationship you have with your existing bank. If you're trying to get a loan from a bank or a credit union, you can use that existing relationship. One thing you need to do also is that you want to actually beef up things on your personal side. So basically you want to improve your personal credit score, for example. So if you have a new LLC and you are trying to get a proof of no income loan, make sure that your personal credit score is actually decent, nothing below 600. Okay. If you have anything below 600, it really tends to complicate things. You want to focus on your DTI ratio. I just spoke about that earlier. So your DTI ratio has to be below 40%. This is kind of important. And in some cases, if you are finding difficult to get a loan, an LLC business loan without proof of income, see if you can offer some kind of collateral. Now, the collateral can be personal collateral or business collateral. In other words, if your LLC already has some kind of equipment or some kind of assets, you can actually use the assets to actually collateralize the loan. That way you have a secured business loan for your new LLC. That way you don't have to show anything. You don't have to show any kind of income or whatever. Another thing you can try to do here is to see if you can show in your new LLC's financial projections strong cash flow. Strong cash flow means what? That you expect to generate enough revenue through the new LLC to be able to cover whatever to cover the loan payments. Okay. Now I'm not asking you to lie here, but you got to show a strong cash flow through your projections by actually using realistic assumptions. You're going to have to prove how realistic those assumptions are. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about new LLC, $50,000 to $75,000 business loan without proof of income. How do you get it? The next thing I want you to do here is to compare new LLC business loans without proof of income. So again, you have a constellation of business loans that are available to new LLCs without proof of income. And the question is, which one should you go for? If you remember, when I started this conversation, I gave you a series of new LLCs business loans without proof of income, right? On Deck, American Express, Fundbox, Takeover Financial, Fora Financial, and also the SBA. Now, it's important to SBA microloan, of course, not the because SBA has several types of business loans. But what I want to say here is that you need to compare which one works for you. Why? Because when you compare a business loan, you got to look at a few things. First of all, you got to look at the loan amount. So some business lenders want you to have a relationship with them. Okay. Some lenders will cap the loan amount you can get for your new LLC, especially without proof of income. The question is, how much do you really need for your new LLC? So, and what's the maximum loan amount that the lender is actually asking for? So that's number one. The second thing is the length of repayment time. So basically, some lenders are asking you they'll ask you to repay the loan within 16 months, 18 months, 21 months, 24 months, 36 months. So it really depends upon the lender. So you want to make sure that whatever you have, it is really in sync with your repayment schedule. And you also want to pay attention to the APR they're charging you, because if they're charging you like some kind of crazy high APR, are you really winning here? Not really. So you always want to pay attention to that part of things. And what about the repayment schedule? You know, how long would you need to repay? And is there any collateral required? One thing you want to make sure that you do not want to have any type of collateral required, especially on the personal side. What I'm trying to say here is that do not mortgage your personal assets to your new LLC. No, new LLCs is really risky. New LLCs might actually work out or not work out. So you do not want to risk anything at all. What you want to do is you want to separate your business assets from your personal assets, your business affairs from your personal affairs. So if something were to go wrong, at least the other part of your life is still safe. I want to quickly talk to you about, when we talk about new LLC business loans without proof of income, there are several types of startup business loans you need to consider. Obviously, if you do not get the new LLC business loan without proof of income, you can actually wait a little bit to generate income, or you can try other types of new LLC startup business loans. First of all, you can try a line of credit, right? So besides the startup business loan, you can have a line of credit, a business line of credit. This is kind of cool because then you can actually borrow a little more, because this is actually an amount of money you can tap. You can tap into. So you also have SBA 7. Let me just drink some water here. All right. So get my voice back. So you have SBA 7A loans. You have micro loans also. You have short-term loans. So it's really about what really matters to you. What's really important for your new LLC. You have equipment financing. You have merchant cash advance. You have invoice factoring. So the point I'm trying to make here is that you have a loan typology, a diverse loan typology you need to acquaint yourself with. You need to get comfortable with all the terms and conditions so that you are clear about what's available out there. That way you can get the best loan available for your new LLC. Otherwise, what will happen here is that you'll get a loan that does not suit your new LLC, and even worse, might have some kind of bad terms and conditions. For example, you might get a loan that actually charges you a crazy high APR, and you have to repay the loan within 12 months, for instance, within a short period of time. And even worse, some loans might even ask you, instead of having a monthly repayment schedule, they might ask you to have like a weekly repayment schedule, or even a daily repayment schedule. Yeah. When we talk about a new LLC, all kinds of scenarios are possible because, see, you need to understand the lender is trying to cover his ass or her ass all the time. They're trying to cover their asses. They're trying to really cover their back. It's all about risk mitigation. It's all about making sure that if something were to happen, because a new LLC has a high risk of default anyway. Why? Because you have no proof, no track record. So they are really sort of, covering their backs too. So, and this really makes sense. Let's close today's conversation by actually clarifying for you. If you're trying to get a startup business loan in general for an S corporation, C corporation, LLC, LP, all kinds of business legal structures, there are certain things that we have seen in the last 50 years at least. They are really good when it comes to helping you get that loan no matter what. Whether you have proof of income or no proof of income, or no cash flow, no revenue, or bad credit, good credit, whatever the scenario you can think about, there are a few best practices that will always help you get a loan no matter what. First of all, you want to start with everything. You want to start everything by having a business plan. The thing is, the business plan is your passport, really. It's the passport for your new LLC to prove to the reader. And that reader can be a lender, could be an investor, could be a business partner, could be a prospective business partner. It could be anybody, to prove to that person that you have a plan. You do have a plan. You have thought your plan through, and you are clear about what's really happening, and you have a plan to follow through. So having a roadmap can help you a lot get a loan that you need and get the stuff that you also need to pay attention to. So that's the first thing you need to really do. You need to really write a business plan, and you also need to decide what type of financing you want to apply for, because just writing a business plan, that doesn't really answer the question. Because remember, the bottom line is you need to have a business loan for your new LLC without proof of income, but you have a large typology of loans. So which one will work for you? So once you actually do those two things, that's when you start paying attention to your personal credit scores, because you do not have a business credit score at the moment. So if you're a new LLC, you do not have a business credit score. But the good thing is that you can start by getting a DUNS number. In other words, you apply for a DUNS number. You go to DunandBradstreet.com and you basically just apply for a DUNS number, because that DUNS number is going to constitute the elements you will need later on to create a business credit score file through Dun & Bradstreet, and also through other credit bureaus, business credit bureaus, Equifax and Experian. And then you have to check your personal credit scores to make sure everything is fine. And then you want to compare lenders to make sure that, again, you are getting the best deal, because it's all about getting the best deal. And this is an important element. And then, so once you have that, just apply, choose your preferred lender and just apply and submit your document. And the good thing is, if possible, see if you can be approved through a soft pull. In other words, you have a soft pull, a pre-qualification deal, so that you get the best, you have a clear idea about what's possible even before going through the hard pull process. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I quickly talked to you about new LLC, $50,000 to $75,000 business loan without proof of income. How do you get it? And so, number one, know who lends to new LLCs. Number two, understand the loan process. Number three, qualify for a new LLC. Number four, compare new LLC business loans. Number five, you want to actually know which one is good for you. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.